Alright, so we're here at the top 4 of the MTG DeaLS Legacy Tournament, and this is for an round trip airfare to GP Indianapolis. And then my name is Robert Wynn, and I'm joined with
John Harteville.
Alright, so we got 2 players here. We have Andrew Castro playing Rug.
And Weston Brown playing Reanimator.
Okay.
My favorite.
So I got deck list here, and Andrew, he seems like he's playing a pretty standard Rug build. So Rug is another tempo deck, like you guys just saw in the last match. It basically plays really cheap spells that disrupt their opponent. And so Weston, what is he playing?
Yeah, Weston's playing Reanimator. Looks like a fairly typical list.
Alright, so we have both players drawing their 7 right now. And Weston decides to mulligan. And Andrew keeps his opening 7. Alright, so now we have a little bit of time to talk about their decks. Right now, Andrew, he's playing Nimble Mongoose, Delver Secrets, Tarmogoyf, and Snapcaster Mage. And, ooh, looks like he's playing 3 Spell Pierce main deck.
Main deck, wow.
Yeah.
That's quite good in this match.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to make his combo matchup even better than it already is.
Yeah, I noticed he had the Stifles in the board, though.
Oh, that's right, he has 3 Stifle on the board.
Yeah, usually the Rug deck's played in the main.
Yeah. And, oh, here's a new card, Thought Scour. What does Thought Scour do?
It's the new mental node. It's 1 blue. I believe it's a sorcery. You target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard, and you draw a card.
Yeah.
So yeah, just it pumps Nimble Mongoose, lets him get value out of Snapcaster Mage. So yeah, in my experience, this matchup is fairly even. Oh, it turns out Thought Scour is an instant, not a sorcery.
Alright, so, okay, it looks like Weston decided to keep his 6. And I believe Weston is on the play. So again, it seems like most tempo decks don't play any basics.
Right, yeah, usually they play so few lands, it's not really worth it for them to play basics.
Right.
And also, their spells are so cheap, where Wastelands usually doesn't matter against them too much.
But it looks like here, Andrew is playing 1 basic island.
Yeah, I actually like playing 1 basic island in the Rug deck.
Yeah.
Just so you can play like a turn 1 Ponder, a turn 1 Delver without the fear of getting wasted.
Yeah. So it looks like Andrew led off with a turn 1 Delver Secrets, which is
Right.
a very powerful play in Legacy.
Yeah, it's putting his opponent on a clock.
Yeah.
And Weston is brainstorming on his main phase, second turn.
So tell me a little about Reanimator, because I believe you play Reanimator yourself.
Yes, I am quite a fan of the deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically you're just trying to bin a large creature with either Entomb or Careful Study, and then reanimate it with either Reanimate, Exhume, or Animate Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can get a guy in play as early as turn 2.
Wow.
Very powerful deck.
Yeah. So it's basically a deck that cheats like a fatty into play.
Yes, it's definitely not a fair deck.
Yeah. But it looks like is Weston playing a Hapless Researcher?
Yes, he's also playing 1 Hapless Researcher, which allows him to draw and discard.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like a less powerful Careful Study.
I mean, if things go really bad for him, he can always beat down for 1, right?
Yeah, I've actually seen him beat down for 1 for like 18 points before. So yeah, sometimes you just have to go the man plan.
Yeah. So it looks like Andrew's Delver did not flip, so he's going in for just a 1 damage. So it looks like for Andrew, he really needs to apply pressure quickly, because this Reanimator deck, cheating in big fatties into play, has a pretty good long game.
Right. Yeah, the Rug deck essentially has no outs to either Elesh Norn or Sphinx of the Steel Wind.
Yeah. The only removal I see in his deck are Fire and Ice and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, so he actually just cannot beat a Sphinx of the Steel Wind.
Yeah.
And it would take, 3 bolts to
Well, even
kill an Elesh Norn.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically is just dead to either of those.
Yeah. So I see in Andrew's hand he has Daze, Volcanic Island, Thought Scour, Lightning Bolt, Spell Pierce, and a Tropical Island. So it seems like the majority of Andrew's cards, they cost like 1 or the maximum 2.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Snapcaster is in effect the most expensive card in his deck because it's 2 itself to play and then 1 for whatever you're flashing back.
Right.
So yeah, his deck's very light on mana.
Yeah. So it looks like Weston is attempting to reanimate. Oh, and Andrew shows him the main deck Spell Pierce that he has. I don't think Weston was ready for that one.
Yeah, I would certainly not expect main deck Spell Pierce.
Because especially with all like the aggro decks being played right now, like Maverick and what else?
Do you know what Weston has in his graveyard? What creature he's trying to reanimate? Because I cannot see.
I believe he has a Jin-Taxis. I believe that's what he named when he played Reanimate. Because you have to name your the
Right,
target.
it does target. Unlike Exhume, which doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has another Reanimate in hand, but he elects not to play it in order not to get dazed.
Yeah. So this tempo deck seems has a lot of annoying cards you can play around, but sometimes you can't even play around it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, if they put you under enough pressure, you just have to go for it.
Yeah. So once again, Andrew's Delver does not flip. And this is dealing 1 damage per turn right now. So Andrew's hand right now is land, Goif, Lightning Bolt, and Daze.
He has another Goif to the board.
Yeah, to apply a little bit more pressure.
Sure.
Also, Andrew allows him to Entomb. I mean, this is probably because Weston already has a creature in the bin.
Right. Yeah. Regardless of what Weston reanimates, his opponent's in trouble.
Yeah. Because right here, I believe his Goif right now is a 4/5.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alright, so Weston decides to get a Elish Norn. So Weston has 2 cards. And a draw step.
Yeah, we already know he has another reanimate in hand.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to play that around Spell Pierce.
And around the days. So Weston decides to brainstorm first. I think he wants to hit his land drops. You see Andrew's hand right now. Daze, Volcanic Island, Lightning Bolt, and Goif. Yeah, Lightning Bolt seems very weak in this matchup.
Yeah, this is certainly not the matchup it's here for.
Yeah.
I mean, it does help your clock, but I mean, outside of that, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. So Weston decides to reanimate right now. So he's reading.
Oh, there's a Sphinx of the Steel in the graveyard.
Yeah, I believe once the Sphinx hits play, it's going to be very hard for Andrew to erase that. Because what is Sphinx, what abilities does it have?
It has a lot of them. It has Vigilance, Flying, First Strike, Lifelink, Protection from red and from green.
Wow.
So yeah, you essentially cannot race it. You have to deal with it. And Andrew does not have any way to deal with it main deck.
Yeah. So it seems like Sphinx has protection from 2/3 of Andrew's deck.
Right.
So right now Weston has a Sphinx of the Steel Wind on board, and Andrew has a Delver Secret that isn't flipped and a Tarmogoyf.
Yep. That's
And he adds another Goif to the board, but that will not do anything right now.
Yeah. Because Sphinx has Vigilance and Lifelink and Pro Green.
Right. This is some nice underground seas.
So Weston, I believe he's playing with Black Border Duels.
Yes. Classy play.
I mean, I think Weston's playing pretty cautiously right now because he wasn't expecting that Spell Pierce main board. So he doesn't know what else that Andrew could be playing right now.
Right.